The bomb guy said, oops. You know, I haven't been able to breathe like that. God, pollen. Oh, the South is yellow. I'm trying the dramatic pause. Is that working? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Shaman Sundays. I am your host. I think I'm Brandon Cooper. At least that's what it said. Wait, wrong finger. At least that's what it says right there. Y'all listen. When I'm doing the intro stuff, and there's the little eyeball image up at the top that tells me like how many people are viewing and whatever. Like, I've been doing this 2 years, almost 2 years. And every time when the numbers start going up and people actually tune into the show, I still get nervous and giddy. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. My Lord, I just looked at the comments and we got a bunch. And plus, man, we got a great guest, y'all. What? It's gonna be great. Let's say hello to some people, shall we? Gimme corpse, gimme corpse, gimme corpse. Tabitha Meadows, woo! Sydney, orale vato. Okay, we got Greg. What's up, buddy? Who else we got? We got Kimmy saying hello to everybody. Oh, Dina, hi. I haven't talked to you in forever. I hope you are well. Oh, I love you, Dina. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. What do we got? I got a lot to talk about. So I need to bounce this off you guys. So let me know in the comments. I'm cooking something up. I'm thinking about. I mean, I'm gonna keep Shaman Sundays. Don't worry, we're gonna keep this show. But I'm thinking about doing some long form edited interviews. Um, right now I'm talking to let's just say a YouTuber that's got over like almost 1 million subscribers. This is going to be like an interview show where I just get to know people, like different people, different, bikers and veterans and, whatever. So let me know what you guys think. If y'all would like some long form like interviews, I'll probably put them up on YouTube. But like, I'm so giddy. I wish I could tell you who I'm talking to or who the few people that I'm talking to are for these interviews. But I'll be having to rent some studio space because, these people that I'm talking to, they deserve the best. So it's a little pricey to do it on my end. I'm hoping that maybe we can get some donations in if that is possible. If you enjoy my content, we'll have some donations out there. I'll put my Cash App up if you guys want to. If not, I mean, I'm still probably going to do it, but I definitely wanted to run it by everybody. The long form stuff was good. I think it's going to be fun. Hold on. I'm getting attacked by a cord. What do we got to do? What did I forget? Oh, sage. Y'all, let's light the sage. Let's get rid of all that. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that lighter's done. All right, throw that away. Have another lighter. That stole from my wife. Baby, if you're looking, I got your lighter. So let's get all of the negative energy and all that crap that we're bringing with us from last week, and let's have a good vibes for next week. Y'all, my guest tonight is I've known him a year plus, maybe. It's been a while, maybe a little bit longer. He is so cool, guys. Like, there's more than meets the eye. Because he's got a funny username, but he's a serious man. RezNeck, Bobbie Calkins of the Muncie tribe. I forget it's such a long. I'm sorry, Rez. You can correct me when you come on, but I can't remember all this stuff, man. I can't even remember when I was born, bro. Like, somebody asked me the other day, y'all ever have this happen? Somebody asked you, hey, how old are you? And I'm like, I don't know, and I have to do math. I'm old, guys. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun show. We're gonna go in depth with Bobbie. So without further ado, let's bring up the man, the myth, the legend, the RezNeck.
What's up, everybody? How we all doing? My Brandon, my brother from another mother.
Yes, sir, man. I've had the pleasure of coming on your show a couple times.
Yep.
And been wanting to get you on and interview you. And it was last minute. I'm bad, y'all. I haven't booked anybody for this entire month, come to think of it. So I reached out to old RezNeck, and I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing tonight in like 4 hours? So thank you for coming on last minute, man. This is going to be great. For those that don't know about you, introduce yourself.
All right. Bobbie RezNeck Calkins. I'm a member of the Stockbridge Muncie tribe. We're a band of the Mohicans out of Wisconsin here. Member of Wisconsin CAPS, otherwise known as Cryptids, Anomalies, in the Paranormal Society. Also a psychic medium and ordained minister. A little bit of everything. Cryptid investigator. So, yeah. What do you want to know, my friend?
Red Road.
Yes. Red Road Paranormal co-host. Yeah. Yeah. Got my fingers in a lot of different places.
Yeah. Well, I did that. Ended up on child support. So.
Oh, yeah. I got 4 of them of my own. Luckily enough, the youngest is 19 now.
It happens. Oh, look. My wife. All my incense lighters disappear. Yes, baby. I'm sorry. So let's talk about. We talked a little bit about backstage. So let's talk about, because you've got an interesting. You're born. You're native 100%, but you grew up in a city and not on the res.
Yep.
And you said it took you a little bit to embrace your native side. I think. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, growing up down in Chicago, I always knew I was Native American. I was an enrolled member of the Stockbridge Muncie tribe, and it just, I hate to say it, sound bad or anything. I kind of just grew up white, like a city kid, a suburb kid. The only time I'd have anything to relate to is the fact that Mom taught me how to do beadwork. We did beadwork, and we'd hit a powwow once in a while when it'd come down to the Navy Pier, and eventually, as I got older and got to come up to the reservation and spend time up there and spend some time with my aunt, that's who embraced Native's roots. She was one of the most traditionalist women I knew. And so spending time with her kind of drew me into the res. And then when she had passed, I inherited her house. So I came home. I said, there's enough of the cities.
Right.
I'm heading home, and just embraced everything I possibly could with being up there in the woods on the reservation and starting to learn more of my culture and the different ways and how I resonated from, from everything.
Well, let me ask you this. So you said you basically grew up white. I get it. I get that. I've talked to a lot of natives that grew up white. So the whole time you're in the suburbs doing a thing, was there ever like this pull, like you just felt like you didn't belong, or were you just you were good in your situation?
No, I didn't belong. I always felt like that. I was good with people, always ran with different cliques and made the best of it. But I knew I belonged more out in the woods and the wilderness areas, and Mother Nature calls to me. And that's something I knew from a young child. So that's
Tabitha
where
puts a good question here. She says, "How did it feel when you took your first step onto your land?"
On my land.
Which technically, I mean, isn't anywhere you step our land.
Exactly. It wasn't so much as a native sense, but at that point in time, it was the first time ever I had a place of my own. That was in my name. I wasn't renting. I wasn't,
right.
That sense was amazing. And for it to be out in the middle of the woods, with family and friends close by, it was great. I was in paradise. I found my little slice, and it just got better and better over the years.
And I guess maybe I need to backtrack just a second. But so when did your spiritual gifts come out?
That started.
You moved back to the rest?
Oh, long before that. Started as a child, actually. Both my parents were ministers in the spiritualist religion, so mediumship work, that was something you seen every weekend. Right after church. It was readings in the most purest forms. So, and when my parents were going through their classes to become ministers, one of the classes mediumship work, and during that time they didn't have a babysitter. My older brothers and sisters are 13, 14 years older than me or plus, they're out running around doing their thing. So of course, no babysitter. Drop me in the corner of the room with their studying and play with your toys, and I was just absorbing all that. And I've been told that I was able to do readings back then, but when it came school time, I was closed back up, and it just became like little tidbits of intuition over the years. And I kind of looked at it like a curse at the time, because it's like, who wants to know the girlfriend's cheating on her? Bad things are about to happen.
Yeah.
So it was, so it started young. But then again, a couple of years ago, I decided to re-embrace it and go back down that walkway. I got hooked up with the parent organization to the church that my parents had, and found basically my way back through. Went through the courses for mediumship.
Right. And for those that don't know about the Native Church, would you like to explain a little bit about the ceremonies in the TP and what actually happens in there? Because I know a lot of people want to know.
That one I haven't been through too much yet. I can't speak from firsthand experience, but I know there's some of the stuff that goes on in some of them. I've been told, like baptism, there might be a special tea involved.
Right. That's correct. Lee asks, have you ever been on a vision quest?
Not in a traditional sense. I want to.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I partied a little bit when I was younger with other things. Give you visions.
Yeah.
I have tried peyote.
Yeah, but...
And But as far as nutritional sense, not yet.
Well, we're gonna have to make that happen. I got to get you out to the sweat lodge.
Definitely. It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, we'll definitely work on that. Let's talk a little bit about. I'm just gonna jump around because I don't. Yeah,
That's
y'all that
fine.
are watching know I really don't plan this show out. We just do what we do.
Right. Well, it's like on my show.
And
All
I
we do
completely
is sit.
forgot.
We just sit and chat. So
Right, and that's kind of. And also, if you guys have questions, please continue to put them up in the comments. I do want to give a shout out. We got some new people in the chat. Heavenly Angels, Yvette is watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, Yvette. I got to talk to you because I want to schedule y'all for the show. I'll reach out to you. And then we've got the Archangel. Is it the Archangel of the Paranormal? Thomas Gormley. My man. I haven't met you yet. I haven't met Thomas yet, but I'm gonna meet him eventually. Good dude. So thank you guys for tuning in. So let's talk about your podcast, Red Road Paranormal.
Yep.
Okay. It's yeah, so it's you and co-host, and
yep.
she
Christina Bloom
is native descent as well,
yep.
right? She's
yep.
Alaskan native.
Yep, Alaskan. She was also raised up by the Flambeau Reservation here in Wisconsin too as a young child. So she got to know a little bit about Native ways and cultures, growing up like that.
So tell us a little bit about what you guys discuss on. Excuse me, I got hiccups. What y'all discuss on Red Road Paranormal?
Well, it's a lot about the legends, lores, supernatural, paranormal of Native American culture, along with also bringing our friends aboard from the paranormal and metaphysical communities. It's something that I want to leave for the youth, for next several generations, kind of give something to inspire them, And I think that the Native American topic is relevant this time, and people are starting to follow our ways. So why not let them have the knowledge? So why not share these experiences, whether it's the legends of Bigfoot or like the dog men and stuff like that? If we can find a connection there and share information, or share information about the spirit world, where our views are on that, and on the star people and stuff like that.
Now, how do the elders feel about you teaching the ways to others? Because I know some of the elders in the Eastern Band, the Cherokee Nation, are like, nope, we don't need to teach anybody anything. We need to keep it to ourselves.
So far, I've had no problem, no backlash from my tribe or any of the locals. It seems like it's been hard finding guests willing to come out and speak publicly about some of these things.
Right.
But there are a lot out there that are willing to come and discuss these topics with us. And I think as the show grows, we'll be getting a lot more of that presence to be able to share more information. And it's not some joke that we're making of our culture. I think once people see how serious we are about how much we're doing this and what it means to the future for our kids to come, it'll work.
Yeah. I like that. I give a quick shout out to Crystal Hill, Ghost Hunting Housewives. Whoop, whoop. Here's a good question. So your tribe's language.
Mm-hmm.
How many native speakers are left?
Well, technically, that's a kind of a sore topic, rough topic. There's not really many of that speak Mohican, because that's exactly who we are. We're part Mohican. We've had studies about the Mohican language. We're in the process trying to go back to that, but for the most part, it's that northeastern Algonquin, I believe, languages is what's spoken right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's not Mohican though. So
Right. And yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that when we have our just random conversations, but I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's kind of the same with the Cherokee Nation. Last I heard there was about 120 native speakers left. And
yeah.
that was like 10 years ago. So I
Wow.
don't know. Oh, but yeah, that's another thing that I think almost all natives keep having common of losing their
Yeah.
language because wow, they
eh,
tried so hard in those boarding schools.
Yeah. It's sad. It really is. That there's so many of us that don't know our own languages, can't speak, can't pray in our
Mhm.
own languages, and that's a connection that we have lost. That's a part of who we
Right.
are. So I'm really hoping that in the future we can keep working forward to learn our languages again and be able to speak fluently in our languages.
Right. That's a big one. We have a question from Tina Deem. She asks, "How long have you been on your awakening journey, and do they basically sponsor or have the tribe members in place to lead you on your journey?" I brought
No,
it
my
up.
journey is all on my own. It hasn't been through the tribe. So when I need information, and my guides are the ones that lead me to the people I need to talk to. My spirit guides. You never
Right.
know who you're gonna run into and when and where. But when I'm needing my information I need or questions that need to be answered, I get led to the right people.
Well, and I
If
mean, ultimately, the spiritual journey is a solo one anyway.
yes.
So yeah, I get that. We have another question. Lee, are your kids slash grandkids opened, or do you think they are? Do they have abilities?
My one son is sensitive and he's starting to embrace it. I've recently taken him out, on a squatch hike last year with some things
Yeah.
that happened, and recently took him on his first paranormal investigation, and he was tuning right into the location while we were there, and it was kind of interesting to see that, you know. So I'm
Right.
hoping he
And
keeps it up.
hopefully he right. Thomas says would love to hear more about the culture. He is fascinated by it. So I can ask a couple of basic white people questions.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to think. So, like the Cherokee, we lived in round houses, mud huts.
Yep. We live in
Were
longhouses.
were y'all were y'all were long houses?
Yep, we had longhouses. My
Okay.
people originally
Are
from
there still?
out east too.
Oh,
We're not
okay,
originally
that's
from
right.
Wisconsin. I think it was the Hudson Valley area is where we're from. We got bounced around until eventually made it here.
Yeah, and that's so technically. So, are y'all the last of the Mohicans? I had to say that. I
That's
had to,
funny.
bro.
I know. I knew
I
it was
mean,
coming.
yeah, yeah. I
There's
haven't.
still,
Yeah.
we're small. We're very small, but it's not to the point where you say we're the last of it yet. There's still enough bloodline to keep us going for a little bit longer. But
Um.
we are a
Right.
very small tribe.
So, what about the typical diet for your tribe, like traditional food, um,
Traditional food,
fried
like
bread and all that?
nowadays, fried bread,
Yeah,
Indian tacos, whole corn soup.
right.
you
Yeah, yeah.
know, but far as back in the day, I couldn't tell you. We do a lot of deer hunting up here. Gotta love deer season.
Right. Pack up that cooler.
You know,
Let's see. Greg Koss says, "Hey Rez, have you heard about the brave riding over what ghost is on the Chippewa?" I have a close guide friend who captured him muskie fishing. I don't know what you're asking there, Greg.
No clue, buddy.
Let's try to word that one again. Let's say, what's up, Aunt Tony?
What's up,
my man?
How you doing, big guy? Miss Sydney.
Nope. Okay, Sydney's back.
I've been on her show. She's called me a few times to pop in on chats with her. Gotta love her.
Yeah, Sydney. I love her to death. Sydney, sorry I haven't watched your show lately. Good God, it's been busy over here.
Yeah, she actually threw me under the bus when I was on her show. With my mediumship abilities and card readings, I hadn't gone public about any of it. And we were talking before the show, and I was talking about I use soul cards. Well, soul cards. I grabbed them and showed her, and we were talking. I want a reading. Her and Donna both wanted readings, and I'm like, well, after the show. Then it was like, I don't know, 2/3 way through the show. She go, how about them readings? I'm like, okay. First time doing this publicly. No one knows except for my little tiny knit circle. So, but it was an interesting experience. So thank you for throwing me under the bus.
Well, I was going to say it was probably a good thing to throw you under the bus because you got practice. Because what did you just do last weekend?
This weekend? Yeah, I was up in Escanaba at the Hiawatha Wellness Psychic Fair, and sat and did card readings all weekend and sold sage. And had a great time. Is being able to sit there for 7 hours and help as many people connect to what they need to know or give them confirmation of what they think they already know was amazing. All the people that came by and seen me and talk. When I was set up, I'm like, they come by like, well, what do you do? So I ain't got no big ego banners or nothing. And I just, hey, I'm selling sage. You want to talk paranormal? We can talk paranormal. You want to talk cryptid? Let's talk cryptid. If you're looking for a soul card reading, get all in one spot.
Now, do you pick your own sage to sell or?
Nope. I got a guy out in California area. Get it right online from him.
Yeah.
I am looking for a sweet. I need a guy for sweetgrass though. So anybody knows where I can get sweetgrass and kind of in bulk, let me know.
We'll talk after the show. I got you.
Sweet.
Excuse me. Yes. Push. Yeah. You took your wife to her very first paranormal event. How did that go?
Well, it's not necessarily a paranormal event for her first quote unquote haunted location. My wife.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
My wife loves watching their stuff on TV and is always refused, doesn't want to investigate, doesn't want to do it to haunted locations, stays home. That was always her. Well, for this event that we had to go to at the Health and Wellness Fair, we have a friend of ours, Gail Christensen, has a retreat up there, and on her land is an old, I'm talking old train car, and it's haunted. And so to get the wife to go up and actually spend the night with me, it blew my mind. So, and we actually had a little bit of experiences. The first night, for the hell of it, I threw out, our little cat ball, threw up on one of the dressers, and a lot of false hits because when you walk through something that old that it shakes, but then you're sitting there steadily still for a little bit, and it starts going off on its own again. Then there's something to kind of look into. So it was pretty cool, and she really enjoyed it. I was laying there in the bed the one night, and I had my eyes closed, and I'm just trying to relax. And I could see like this little girl in my mind's eye coming up to my feet that were exposed, not underneath the blanket, and like she was going to tickle. And then in my mind, I'm
Right.
thinking, like that grandpa part of me goes, don't even think about it. And I see her kind of creep back.
Right.
A few minutes later, I kind of giggled. And my wife's like, someone's messing with my feet, or I got restless leg syndrome because, I can't stop. And I just had to tell her, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yep. And there's a
Um,
conductor on there, I believe he is. His name's Gus. A pretty cool guy. You know,
okay. Yeah.
I didn't get to chat with him or have any experience with him. I've heard stories about other people that have had that experience with him there, and the place was amazing. The whole property up there by her is just wonderful feeling, great energy. It was a blast.
That's awesome. I do want to give a shout out if to everybody that's watching on the Shaman Sundays YouTube page. If you haven't already, hit that like button, click that subscribe, and the little bell thing for the notifications. Make sure that's clicked. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying to build up my YouTube side, so
You have
thank you
to.
so much. I mean, it's crazy. I got like 6 people watching, and that's amazing on my YouTube because I haven't worked on it. So thank you guys on the YouTube world.
That's how I
So
always
I would
watch
be
it, buddy.
remiss if I didn't. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
That's the only
So
way.
thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah. I would be remiss if I didn't ask, what was your very first paranormal experience?
Wow. That's a tough one. It really is. Well, growing up, knowing your houses are haunted and not having to experience anything is one thing. Because every house we lived in, there were spirits. Every last one of them,
Well, you're right.
they'd have their own things. But the one where I actually had contact with me was in a farmhouse.
Mhm.
I want to say maybe 6th grade, and I had a mist pass me in the hallway. That was the first one
Okay.
that I actually can remember. Now, prior to that, I'd already lived in houses where activity had happened, but nothing that actually interacted with me. You'd have stuff that, that happened in my parents' bedroom. Like one of the houses we lived in had an upstairs walk-up attic. And during the night, you
Okay.
hear footsteps coming down the stairs, and you hear a knock on the door, very softly. And if you ignored it, it would knock again. If you said,
Okay.
leave me alone, or no, you hear it walk back up the stairs. Or if you say, okay, pass through, you hear the door handle jiggle a little bit, and it was all over. So that's
Yeah,
kind of like
that's
one
not
of the
bad.
catch-22 deals,
Right.
where
Yeah. I did, like, leave me alone. I'm sleeping.
right.
Yeah. Oh, I get that. Yeah. God, we got like so much I have so many questions that I should have written them down.
It's all good, brother.
It happens. It happens,
Right.
man. So do you have any more events coming up where you're going to do readings or anything?
I have one event that I'll be doing readings that I'm already booked for. That's in July at the Moonbow Metaphysical event at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin. I'll be down there doing card readings and hanging out. But what is it? June 1st, I'll be at the Marinette Menominee Bigfoot and Paranormal and Bigfoot Convention. Sorry, Barnaby, I
Okay.
can't spit it out. But that's one of our local
All I
conventions.
heard was mana. Mana. So,
but that's up in
mana.
the upper UP of Michigan. I'll be actually helping with that event that weekend. So I won't be doing any readings or nothing like that. But I'm starting to book events now. So if anybody ever is out there listening, watching, reach out to me. I'd love to come to more events and set up and hang out with everyone. So thank you,
Okay,
Lee.
so Lee put it up. Yeah, and I can't even. Okay, Marinette
Menominee Bigfoot Conference.
Mana. Do Bigfoot conference.
Yeah.
Got it. Everybody go out and see Caps at the Marionette Bigfoot Conference. Golly, no wonder that's a mouthful.
See,
Lee, are you saying Lee as in third
she will
person
be
Lee
there.
will be participating? Nice.
Yep, she showed up last
You know
year.
what? I might need to come out for that. I'm
Hey, come
doing
on.
zero Paracons this year.
Yeah. Come visit.
Yeah.
You
I might
know.
just have to. I'm doing a bunch of events and, a lot of events, but I just was unable to do the 2 Paracons in Missouri. I couldn't get out there. We've just had a bunch going on. My wife had a stroke. She's doing better, but so
I hope so.
all of y'all in the Midwest, yeah, she's okay. So
Okay.
everybody in the Midwest that was hoping to come out and see me, I apologize, but I will be out there doing events with Supernatural Inc. and Paranormal Task Force. But you never know where I'm going to show up. I'm going to be at Gettysburg Bash, but not as a participant this year. I'm just going to relax and enjoy. So
I always wanted to check that out.
Man, come on out.
I've always wanted to go to Gettysburg. I've yet to make it down there.
Well, let's talk. Come out next year because I think I'll be speaking next year. Tongue twister, right? I mean,
Yep.
Bigfoot. I can't help it, man. I can't help it. That's just funny.
Hey, man, gotta love it.
Barnaby, if you're watching, bro, I'm sorry, but not sorry. That's what you get for putting me on at like a 2 a.m. freaking live one time.
I was there.
That was hard.
Yeah, I remember that
we were
one.
talking about the
that was actually the first live that we met. First live we met on. I'd commented on some videos prior that you had done, and we had talked a little bit, but there was actual introduction properly. That was a very, very unique night talking about the Stephen Greer we were talking about and all the releases.
And that whole conference that had happened. Thomas, you know what? I might. Now that the Wilson Castle Psychic Fair and Castle Con has been postponed, I have time. I might come up to Salem. Oh. Disclosure.
Yep.
By the way, everybody, Brian Wells is in the house. I'm his bitch. Just putting it out there.
What's up, Brian?
Oh,
man. Yeah, so far as I need to start getting get out to some more events, and just I love the energy and the feeling when you get out there and hang out. But most of all, I need to find some time to do some really cool investigations. That's what I'm missing right now.
And that's the thing. Oh, Lee, okay. So she watched that show that when we first met. Cool, awesome. Okay. I'm glad somebody watched it. I was tired.
Right. She was the only viewer we had.
Everything. You know what? I don't care. Every viewer,
good information.
Every single viewer is important.
Yeah,
it was great information.
Yeah, Lee's amazing. She's a big supporter. She tunes into all our shows that we have. I remember one week we were running late to putting the show out, and we got a message on the Red Road Facebook page. Are you guys putting a show out this week? What's going on here? Hold on, we're running behind.
Yeah. Right, y'all. I've got that. James Brady called me one time. He's like, "You're late." I'm like, "Shut up." Dina asked, "What is your tribal belief in the hairy man, Bigfoot?"
He's there. He's out there. From the way I've been told, he used to interact with us way back in the day. He's a protector of the woods, and I know I've been told that there's some people that hold ceremonies up in the woods, sweat lodges and stuff like that, where he'll come in and come close to the lodge and be there and watch.
Yep.
So
Yeah, he's actually shown up to our sweat lodge that we do in North Carolina.
nice.
So yeah. Let's see. We have another question. If I can find it. My eyes are getting old. I'm getting old. Okay. First of all, James Brady, you shut your mouth when you're talking to me. You shut it. I know I was late. God. You know. Oh, wait. I see it. There we go. So, Haunting Angels asks, where are you based out of?
Wisconsin. Right now, currently in Nichols, Wisconsin, but the reservation, the Stockbridge Indian Reservation, is up in Bowler. So I usually say just the Northwoods.
So, if there's anybody out there doing paracons or psychic fairs or anything that are looking for vendors, wait a minute, I gotta point this way. I can't, dude. That guy right there. Yeah, I can't, man. I keep forgetting to mirror my screen. I'm losing my mind, but that's all right. We're having fun.
Right, it happens.
Look, James, shut up. Look at him. He's still.
You know, hey, if he doesn't quit talking trash, this is what we'll do, Brandon. We'll take a visit, go see him, then we'll take him over to the zoo, and I'll dangle him over Lion's Cage for you. All right, how's that?
Okay, cool. I hope you heard that, James Brady. From
I won't let go, I promise. Or maybe I will.
But if your shoes fall off, then you know, that's your shoes' fault.
They should have been tied tighter.
Haunting Angels says, ooh, nicely. You have that? Okay, Brian. How long do you think Bigfoot... Oh, good question, Brian. How long do you think Bigfoot's been around?
I think as long as we have. If not longer.
I would say longer.
Yeah, I think he's been here throughout the entire time.
Well, bear with me. I'm having video.
We lost him, guys.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Ruh-roh. What are we going to do now? I can only see a few chats here, so let's see here. Well, no new ones, so I can't answer anything, guys. Do 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 do. Oh, Brandon, I know you're there. We've lost him. But yeah. Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that. I stepped on the freaking USB cord.
Oh boy!
I'm telling you, I'm getting attacked by cords. Okay.
Hey, can we get someone over there to help him out, straighten out them cords? So you know.
Listen,
we got to get you some help.
This is why I'm looking
tech help.
Man, I would love it. That's why if I do the edited content, I will be renting studio time.
Right.
Because I need some help. This show, hey, you know, it's great because I keep trying to upgrade, and this show is doing so good that I can't keep up.
Right. But with all the viewers and all the friends you have and everything you do for everyone else, we need to get somebody in there to help you out. You know, we really do. You know, man, you do a lot.
It's hard, man. It's hard, bro. It's hard to ask.
Well, I just put it out there.
England, we got you covered.
I just put it out there for you, brother. So, come on, guys, help them out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I could definitely use some help. But this is what happens to gnomes. We are small woodland magical creatures, but when it comes to technology, we're What does James want now? Where are you? Late? Shut up, James. Becky. Beck. I got to spend a little time with Becky. She came up for a weekend and stayed at the house. We had a good time.
Nice.
Amen, Rez. I'll help you, but
Hey, better late than never.
bro, thank you. Right? Oh my God. So we're going to get in the nitty gritty. We're going to talk nasty because, if you're not native, you don't know. But the
RezNeck, dickhead.
reservations, reservations, why do you think they're as bad as they are?
I think a lot of it has to do with just the location they've been stuck in. There's not a lot of them that have the opportunities to better themselves, and it starts a vicious cycle. And until you can break that cycle, it just repeats itself generation after generation.
Why do you
they
think?
need better opportunities.
So is it the lack of opportunities, or is it they've been stuck in this cycle so long they don't think they can get out?
Well,
I mean, what can everybody do to help the native population? Because a lot of people just think, oh, natives are just alcoholics and thieves and no good and drug addicts, and I mean, yeah, but the no good part,
we do
no,
like to
the great
party from time to time, but yeah. First off, when you look at it, we have to heal ourselves as a people. That's step one. And then realizing that there is opportunity for some. We need more opportunity for everyone else too. I know, as far as like for schooling and healthcare and all that, we have opportunity, but it's not the greatest. But at least it's there.
Right.
It's better than nothing. Which we strive to make it better all the time, but it is what it is.
That's like a prime example on the Res and Cherokee, or the Boundary, as the new guys are starting to call it. But brand new hospital was built, but you can't get a good doctor. So if you go to the hospital, they will take an ambulance and send you to a different hospital. I mean, it's just you can't get good health care. The Bureau. The BIA does not pay enough. The Bureau of Indian Affairs does not pay enough for, the medical and providers, and it's just sad. Like,
well, I can talk of my own personal experience. Even with my reservation, when I was going to the clinic all the time, they'd get a good doctor and that I really vibe with. 2-3 years later, they were gone. Someone else was there in their place. You had one good doctor that was there permanently, but he was always so booked that you couldn't get into him. You had to go see a different healthcare provider. That was on the roster for him. So it's hard.
It's kind of sad, but BIA runs healthcare just the same way the VA runs healthcare for veterans. If I'll find a really good doctor, next thing I know, they're gone.
Yep.
So Brian Wells says
it's like they come put their time in and later.
Yeah. Oh, I've helped the native population. I'm done. Or I've helped veterans. I'm going to move on and make money. Yeah, I get it. So Brian says most think Bigfoot can cloak. Some people think he's just an animal. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts.
It's a two-part question.
I believe he's flesh and blood. All right, first off. I believe he has a higher intelligence than us. In all reality.
Yep.
Uses more of his brain. And as far as the cloaking, I don't know if it's cloaking that he's using, which is a good possibility because it's been talked about over the years. If you raise your vibration up enough, that you could reach that cloaking invisibility. But then again, that comes with the woo camp, which I kind of lean more towards.
Right.
So, or is it that he's jumping dimensions? Is he leaving ours and going somewhere else?
So you think he's an interdimensional being?
Yes.
I agree. I agree with that.
You know, but the biggest thing is I think he's way more intelligent. And I don't think he's just another animal. You figure if he was just another animal, how come we don't have one in a cage right now in a zoo? You know, we've been able to find
now,
every
see,
last
now
one of them.
we can go down the rabbit hole with that one.
I think they
Is there
deserve.
not? Is there one? Is there one in a cage somewhere that the government has?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of them
There's
the government has.
there's a theory out there that in Alaska, the Air Force base in Alaska has been dealing with Bigfoot for a long time, and they actually communicate and work together.
That wouldn't surprise me. Well, isn't there a
I mean,
spot in the Pacific Northwest where the military was told when they went into a certain training exercise area, not to interact with or talk about what they had seen there, who they had seen, and it was all led towards Bigfoot. So I wouldn't be surprised if the military had something or the government had something going with some of them. You know, but the question is are they doing it on free will or not? Are they being forced? Are they a captive?
I doubt that. I don't think you're gonna. I think they're too good interdimensional beings. What are you gonna do? Capture it and then it can slide dimensions and get out of the cage? I don't know.
What kind of technology do we have? Does the government have that we don't know about?
What kind of off-world technology do we have? Good question. Lee says, my sister, who is Oneida and an RN, mentors younger girls who are native. See, we need more of that. That's amazing.
That is awesome.
And then Becky Evans, it's the government just trying to control everyone, especially with the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole.
Yes, it is. Very much.
But you know what? 100%. So there's people out there, and I even saw this on the Joe Rogan Experience. He was interviewing a guy who's like the king of mushrooms, and he point blank asked. He said, "How much do you know about mushrooms?" And the guy said, "Enough to get me killed." So, yeah. But yeah, the pharmaceutical companies, man, you got to watch them.
You know,
I really don't want to go down that rabbit hole, though.
All I can say is, way back in the day when we ate more natural foods, we didn't have half these diseases or issues that we do now. So,
you can trace when cancer started. You can trace when, all dementia started. And you can link that to changes in the food. So, and then Lee comes with the greatest joke ever: King of mushrooms must be a fungi. Thank you very much, Lee.
That sounds like a dad joke.
Dad joke. Oh, Ricky Farmer. I knew as soon as we started talking about Bigfoot, my man Ricky would come up. Ricky says, hey, there's one story in, I think it was Montana, of them catching a little one and it escaping and no idea how. I think they named it Jocko. I remember hearing about that.
I'll have to look that up.
Ricky is a huge cryptid lover. He's also, are you still in the Army, Ricky? He is serving our country. He's up for retirement. I don't know if he's retired yet or not. But
thank you for your service,
Ricky, for your service.
Yeah. If he's big in cryptids, he's got to check out Monsters on the Edge on the Untold Radio Network and see what Barnaby's got going on over there. He'll like it.
Yeah, definitely check out Caps with Barnaby and the rest of the Caps team. They've great shows. There's a guy, Grizzly Chris, who does podcasts. He does some really cool stuff with cryptids. Just don't watch Three Men Unplugged. That's
Oh,
me,
come
Grizzly,
on.
and Plane, and we
That's a
just talk.
good one.
That's a wild one. We never know what the hell we're gonna get into.
I've really enjoyed that one lately, my friend.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be fun. We will be talking about catfishing and not throw your rod in, but we're talking about like internet predators and catfish. So if you guys want to check it out, you can watch it on my YouTube channel or my Facebook channel. Three Guys Unplugged. It's a fun, weird show when we're talking about damn near everything. Oh, okay. Ricky says I listened to David Paladis. Paladis?
I'm not sure who that is.
You listen to me on Mondays. Thanks, Ricky. My man. Well, let's see. We're just going to do an hour tonight.
All right.
Just because,
it's been a long weekend for me.
I'm not going to lie. It's been, and I figure because you were still driving back when I talked to you about coming on the show.
Yeah.
But before we jump off, where can people find you?
Facebook, Bobbie RezNeck Calkins. You can also find me underneath RezNeck Inc. That's INK on Facebook. Red Road Paranormal podcast, Red Road Paranormal vodcast, either one of them, or at RezNeck Inc. At gmail.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me.
And I mean, some great like native subjects. We've talked about the hairy man on your show. I came on and we talked about the little people.
Little people, yep.
Yeah, that was a good show. And then they talk about everything, all from the native perspective. And what's your buddy's name? Is that Sean?
Yep, Sean Stevens.
Comes on?
Yep. Yeah. I'd like to get both of you guys back on again, definitely. That was a fun time.
Dude, bro, let me know, man. I'm down for, whatever.
Yeah.
I do want to throw up my Cash App here just in case anybody wants to what we talked about at the beginning with me doing some long form edited interviews. I'll be interviewing all kinds of people, but I'm going to require studio space, and it's not cheap. But if you enjoy the content and you would like to support, you can by doing the Cash App $OIF Marine, Operation Iraqi Freedom Marine. And if you don't, I mean, hell, money's tight, y'all. If you can't do it, you can't do it. But I'd much rather do it this way than like stars on Facebook or super chats or anything. Because
hold on. I'm getting you here, brother. I'm being your first donation. $5 right now. I'm trying to figure this out.
No way, bro. Thank you so much.
I've never done this on Cash App, so it's OIF.
Mm-hmm. I know Marine's supposed to be capitalized, all you veterans.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Hey, there he is.
But I don't care. I'm just a widow. Hey, I'm just a widow Marine.
There you go. Your first $5 towards that. Should be popping up any second.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I think we had like 20 watching, which is amazing. Love it. I love the live viewers. I love the interaction.
Yes.
Of course, it's because of you, RezNeck. It's because of you, babe.
It's for you, man.
You're doing
you have a loyal tribe with you. I watch every week, so I know.
I do.
So I'd like to say thank you for welcoming me to the tribe.
Dude, of course, you are part of the tribe. You are an integral part of the tribe. There's also a project that RezNeck and I are working on.
Yes.
It's quite a big deal. We can't say anything about it yet, but we're still working out details. But
it will happen.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to happen. We're looking for a film crew right now. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
That's it. And excuse me. As I always say at the end of my show, and hopefully it means something to you like it means to me, Rez, but
It does.
I always say, it's not about surviving the storm, but it's how you dance in the rain that matters. Y'all, thank you
Yes.
so much for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. And tune in next Sunday where my guest will be. I don't know yet. There you go. Guys, good night. We love y'all. Reach out to RezNeck. And Rez, I'm coming up to get me a tattoo.
Yeah, we'll get there. I got some things in the works
we'll
right now as we speak. Might be a shop opening soon
I
in
love
town.
it. Hey, y'all keep an eye out for RezNeck Inc. It's going to be great. We're going to bring a caravan up there. Everybody's going to get some ink therapy. We're going to burn some sage. We're going to bang some drums. We're going to do it all. It's going to be wonderful.
Have a great time.
Again, thank you so much for coming on the show last minute, bro. I love you
Anytime,
with all
brother.
my heart. You are truly my brother.
Yes, same here.
So good night, everybody, and tune in next Sunday. Like I said, my guest will be. Good night, everybody.